Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. It's Malzy here, and I know that I haven't had a video out in a while, and I'm so sorry for that. It's been kind of crazy here in Malzy land. I didn't play at all this weekend. Over the weekend, hubby and I decided to do some landscaping in our front yard, and it came out really nice, but I learned that I hate landscaping. It freaking sucks. My body is so sore. I'm just not young like I used to be, guys. I'm just not. However, landscaping and house flipper is fun because I don't have to do anything. But anyway, today we're at a kind of a really special build. We are at the modern bungalow. Show you this one. This is the one of the ones that we got with the newest update. And so let's go through the pictures to show you what it looks like when you buy it. It's not a bad house, honestly. I love the pool. Oh, speaking of the pool, um, they have posted their roadmap, and we are getting swimming pools in the summer update. Now, when that's going to happen, I don't know, but it's coming. So I'm pretty excited for that. But I chose this house because of the ramp. This house I have designed for my sister, who I've talked about. I talk about quite a bit on this channel. She has cerebral palsy, and so this house would be perfect for her. And so that's why I chose it. And that's what it looked like then. And here is what it looks like now. It is stunning. I think it came out so pretty. I actually didn't do anything with the driveway. I left it the way it is. I just added these lights so that it wouldn't be dark, you know. I could add, I don't know, it might be hard. I was thinking I could add like a walkway to go to the backyard, but it's fine. I added the lights here, and then I kind of left this alone. I did redo the stairs, but I left the ramp alone because I'm not sure if this is anything we can do in regular story mode. In Sandbox, of course, I could, but what they've done here is there is an actual set of stairs on here, and then there's the triangle molding piece. That's what they've done. So that's how they got that in there. And I'm not sure how they did that, so I didn't mess with that. But I did redo the stairs because I didn't like them. It's mainly because I didn't like the railing that was there. But anyway. And then these are stairs that lead into the backyard. And I added some different plants. I didn't change all the plants, but I changed a lot of them. But yeah, so this is my sister's new mountain well, maybe mountain, but definitely woodland escape. I put the trash cans over there. We've got a really nice, beautiful front porch here. Now, she would not be able to use these stairs with her wheelchair, but that's okay. There's plenty of ways that she could get to the backyard. Here is the front of the house. And then let's head inside. So I have a little bit of a drop zone here that I built. I used Brazilian walnut throughout the house, and I think it looks great. I really didn't change the floor plan too much. I did move the fireplace, though. Everything here is built around the use of a wheelchair. Because, you know, she uses a wheelchair. So I moved the fireplace over here because I was going to leave it where it was here. And I left the skylights as well. It was here and I was going to leave it there, but it was not really conducive to wheelchair use. So I moved it over here, and I think it came out really nice. And then we've got the TV over there, lots of natural light coming in, which I think she would love. I wanted to add some color though, so we've got the blue and pink furniture. We have the kitchen here, which I tried to design to be wheelchair friendly without really looking like it's wheelchair friendly. So she could actually cook and prep her food right here all with using the wheelchair. She's a coffee freak like me and Irene, so I gave her this coffee cup. I'm not a tea Rex, I'm a coffee saurus. And then, of course, two kittens having coffee. And then she's got the tea kettle up there with the tea. And then this kind of oven, because for her, this kind of oven is easier and safer for her to use. So she actually has an oven similar to this in her actual home. And yeah, just, it's not a huge kitchen, but it's nice. And the wheelchair fits through nicely. And then she can come up to the table on this end. There is a 6th chair here, but it's over there in the corner just in case someone needs to use it. But this is mostly her spot at the table. So yeah, there's that. Coming around here, I made this into a laundry room, and again, she's got a place where she could fold her laundry. This is where the front door originally was, and I moved it over there. I didn't take out the wall at all. The wall was actually here, just like it is currently, but I didn't like this as I know it's supposed to be an entryway, but I just didn't like it. So I moved the door over there and turned this into a laundry room. And so, yeah, there's that. Here is the bathroom, which I kept the shower, but I changed out everything else. I kept the windows where they were. I didn't do a lot to the floor plan of this home. And I'm not sure if that is the shadow. Oh, oops. Let's fix that real quick. Whoops. Apparently I missed this part of the ceiling. That's okay, we'll fix it real quick. Come on. Oh, it must be a shadow then. Because it's not laying it down. Oh, okay, whatever. Must be a shadow because it's not laying it down like it's supposed to. Anyway, yeah, and again, wheelchair friendly. They don't have shower chairs in this game, but I did put some handrails and things in the bathroom. I built a step so that or a seat so that she could take her shower. I guess I could put some shampoo and stuff in there. But double sinks, but she can roll the wheelchair right up to it and see what she's doing and get ready for the day and do all of that. And then I put this picture here just to add a little pop of color. Secret garden one. And when I was asking her, I told her I was building a house for her, and she told me she likes natural colors, like neutral colors. So that's the theme we went with. And I love this Brazilian walnut. It's so pretty. You notice there are also not a whole lot of rugs because rugs are not wheelchair friendly. So I did put one in the kitchen, in the living room, and one under the table. But other than that, there's really no other rugs in here because they're trip hazards and they're not really wheelchair friendly. And I also changed out the pictures here. They had actually, I'll show you what they had. They had, let me just find one real quick. Whoops, custom picture. They had actually, come on, they had these pictures here, but I wasn't real happy with that. It didn't really fit the theme with nature in my head, so I changed them out with all of these, and they all are in the same, they're all matching. And I didn't put a whole lot of plants in the house. There's a couple, but there's one here just to fill this space because, she would have to take care of them. And then I put the nativity scene because my sister, she is very religious. Well, not super religious, but she's Catholic, and so I thought she would like this. I think it's very pretty. I think it goes with her personality. But yeah, and plus I needed to fill the space. But I also needed a table here that would not interfere with these two doorways. So this one was perfect. Here is the master bedroom. Again, I kept it fairly simple. Turn the light on. With the browns and the neutral colors. And she's got a door right out to the pool area, the patio area. Here is the closet. Now I know that these doors are not the greatest for a wheelchair user, but they're kind of the best ones that would fit here. I didn't want the sliding door because I think that looks dumb. And the big like barn door doesn't fit. So I figure if she's here on this side of the bed, she could get up and she could walk into the closet. Um, and and the light for the closet is the light switch is right there. So she could walk into the closet and get ready for the day. I guess I could put like a stool or something in here. And, get dressed and put everything in there. But anyway, now, and she's a big time reader, so I gave her some books and things to read. Now, when you buy this house, in this corner is a bookshelf, but it's also that hidden door, and there was a secret room here. So, sorry, my husband sent me a funny meme. It's really cute, and it's perfect for our dogs. So yeah, there's a secret door into a room behind there. So I turned that room into this. I put a door here and I turned it into an office / guest room. This is what she asked me for. I told her I was going to make it a spare bedroom, but then she's like, well, I asked her if she wanted an office space and she said yes. So I turned this room into an office / spare bedroom. So the guest can turn this, I imagine that there's like bed sheets and the guests can sleep here. They have a light here and they have a storage place for their things and some outlets to plug in their stuff. And then this is actually a dresser that I have embedded in here. And then we also have lots of storage here. I gave her the printer here. And this is her workspace with her laptop. And of course, there's a TV in here and, a few pictures and the whiteboard. And notice I did not put a office chair here because, the wheelchair would be the office chair. So yeah, I think this room came out really nice. And then, so yeah, that is the master bedroom. Turn off the lights as we go because, electricity is expensive. It's very expensive. Turn off all the lights as we go because, we have tons of natural light coming in, so we don't need a bunch. And let's turn off this light and we'll shut the doors too. Now, coming out here, we have the patio. And I did some things to the patio, but not a whole lot. I think I extended it. I extended the patio back here. And I gave her a ramp, and then there's some stairs. And then there's a little table here and a barbecue. And then my sister, like I said, she loves to read. So I gave her this beautiful reading gazebo where she can come out here, sit with the flowers and in nature and read and have a cup of coffee, a little cup of coffee. And I gave her a cool, stylish wheelchair because y'all know wheelchairs are not pretty. I gave her a pretty one. And then here is the back patio with the pool. And there were no stairs here, so I added stairs. And you're wondering why the gates are like this. Of course, you see there's pool tools. So my sister has 3 grandchildren. And I made this house, ADA accessible and trying to make it not look like it's ADA accessible, but I also wanted children to be safe. So that's why these gates are kind of staggered like this, because this is meant to be like a sliding gate, and I'll explain to you what this is here in a minute. So this is meant to be a sliding gate, and then here's a switch for the gate over here, and then there's another switch for the other gate over there. So that way, the kids can't get to the pool without an adult present. They could use the switch, but, that's where parenting has to come in. You got to teach your kids not to touch things. But yeah, this is meant to be actually, you know what? Let's move it up so littles can't reach it. Well, we got to make it sure sister can reach it. Anyway, so it's meant to look like a sliding gate so that the pool is completely closed off from little ones unless there are adults around. And like I said, I will explain to you what this is meant to be in a minute. But I did leave this side open a little bit so I could get in here and decorate. But yeah, so we've got some pool toys, we've got some towels and some water and some squirt guns and things like that for the kids to play in. But there's also like some handrails and things because my sister swims for her exercise. That's another reason I chose this house because it already has a swimming pool and I cannot wait until they give us the water to put in it. But my sister swims, but she has to go somewhere else to get her exercise. So with this home, she doesn't. It's literally right outside her bedroom. She could get up in the morning, put her swimsuit on, come out here and do her swimming, and then go back in and take her shower and get ready for the day. So I left this open so that we could get through. But again, this is meant to simulate like another sliding gate so that little kids cannot go through here without an adult present. So up here is, oh, and I forgot, there's a pass-through window here for the kitchen. So if she has like barbecues or she's got people over or whatever, she can pass food right through there. So I thought that was cool. So in the job to unlock this house, you come up to this level and you have to basically clear it out. But I thought it would be a great place for a rooftop garden. And again, a gate so that we can close it off so little kids can't run up and down without people present because you don't want children up here with nobody. So this is kind of like the party pavilion, but it's also like the play area for the grandbabies. We've got a nice seating area here where you can get some sun. We've got a nice table, and I've left a spot for her wheelchair. We've got a big old couch here, another barbecue, and of course the skylights are blocked off with the fireplace. But because of course we don't want babies over there jumping on the glass and then it breaks and somebody gets really hurt. And I just realized that I did not. I'm gonna have to fix that. But I put a sandbox up here and a little beach ball, and then over here is a picnic area where you could just sit and have a picnic. You could do yoga up here. I could put some yoga mats down. But then I was thinking, okay, how is my sister gonna get her wheelchair up here? Well, my friends, I've built her an elevator. So that is what this is meant to be. This is meant to be an elevator. So this is how she gets up here. And again, I did, it's hard to see, but I put a gate right here. So it's meant to like automatically close when no one's using it. It only opens when someone's using the elevator. So that is what this is meant to simulate. It's meant to simulate a lift so she can just roll her wheelchair right up onto it and then use the elevator to get up to the roof. And that way she gets up there safely. And she has access to her beautiful garden. And she can also go up there and read or, hang out with the kids and the grandbabies and enjoy these gorgeous flowers and all of this. I figured she probably would hire a gardener to do this. And then one last area, there was another surprise in this house. So inside of this bedroom, I told you from the master bedroom in this corner was the bookshelf that is a hidden door. So that was a hidden room. And then inside this hidden room were stairs leading down to a basement. Well, I've closed that off, but I made it. Here's the access point to the basement. And of course, that leads back out to the front yard. And so here we have a little apartment down here. I've turned it into a little apartment. So there's a window there, but it's hidden. So even if you come up here naked, nobody can see anything. I've turned it into a little tiny like studio apartment where she could either rent it out to somebody or it could be like a guest suite. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But I think it came out really nice. And so I kept these stairs, but Under here is a pantry with a whole bunch of drinks and a cooler and a blanket and stuff like that. And there is a light in there. It's actually very bright in there. A tiny little table here, but it fits perfectly. And then a little couch with the TV. And then, a full kitchen, including a dishwasher. A full kitchen. And then a bedroom. And then where the stairs were. Okay, so this little area is where the stairs were to get down here. And I have turned it into the bathroom. It's a tiny bathroom, but it works. We got a shower, we've got the toilet and the sink and all the things. And then I also put in, a little bed, and I couldn't, because I can't fit like bedside tables in here. Oh, and I put the underbed storage here so that the person has a place to put their clothes. Because I also couldn't fit like a closet or a wardrobe or anything. And so I gave them this little ledge where they could like put their cell phone and charge their devices and things. And then this, of course, is, I wanted some color, and so this is a painting by Robbie, the painter, my friend Robbie. And then I also gave them a little workspace with a small bookshelf and then the printers up there. But yeah, I use these columns because because I wanted some separation, but I didn't want it to be like closed off. I wanted it to have like that open feel, but with a little bit of separation. So I used these columns, and I think it came out really, really nice. Um, so yeah, I think the biggest thing in this whole apartment is the kitchen, but that's what they need. So this is a fully functional rentable space, or it can be a separate guest area. Yeah, I think it came out super nice. I love this house. I think it's gorgeous. And it's getting to be nighttime, so what I think I should do is show you what it looks like at nighttime. Well, I mean, you can see it. We've got all the lights on. I just love this house. And I also, oh, one thing I forgot to show you. If you come around here, I also put like a little bit of a playground down here for the kids. They could go off the porch on that side, or they could just, run all the way around. I guess I could put in a gate right here. Maybe I'll move that chair and put like a little gate right here. It's fine. But yeah, I put in a little playground for the littles. But I tried to make it ADA accessible without looking like it's ADA accessible, and then also kid friendly, because I don't want any babies getting hurt. Kids are super important. We got to protect them babies. So let me show you this elevator that I built. I think it came out super cool. I used mostly, I think this is the shelf, the one shelf that's just expandable. And then these are Jungfaru moldings that I just wrapped them in the black metal. And then I was thinking, okay, how is she going to get up there? So I gave her the little table and the remote is supposed to simulate the control for the elevator. And that way she can get up to the top. The kids can even ride up here with her if they want to. The only thing I couldn't figure out was like a way to like put railing up so that nobody falls off. So kids are going to have to just be very still, or they can sit on grandma's lap, or they can ride up here with another adult. Another reason I put it back here behind these sliding gates is so that the kids can't come out here and play with the elevator and then they get hurt and fall and get hurt. Because, that's a big drop for a little kid. But yeah, so I thought this would be super cool. And I love how this came out. I think it's beautiful, and it's very simple, but again, somebody who's disabled doesn't need a whole lot of, they really don't want a whole lot of like super fancy stuff, and like they need things to be simple because of their limited mobility. So But yeah, I think anybody who has any kind of a disability, whether it's in a wheelchair or or even like maybe an elderly person. So if an elderly person was living here, again, the gates are meant to keep them safe as well. Um, you could maybe have your parent stay down in the basement apartment, and you could put like a camera in there or some kind of like an intercom system so that if they need anything, you're literally right there. Like if you're sleeping, jump out of bed and run right there and you're okay. um, so there's a lot of different things where this house could be accessible for different types of disabilities. um, And so I really put a lot of thought into the design of this house, but it's also modern and I think it's beautiful. Um, there are a lot of muted tones, so that's why I used the bold pink and the bold blue to add the pops of color. And I think it came out absolutely stunning, and we are going to fix this really quick before we sell it. Because we can't be having stuff unfinished. So yeah, do I want to sell it? Do I really want to sell it? First of all, let's see what we can get for it. Let's go ahead and see what we can get for it. And I may or may not sell it. So I bought this house for $450,000. I sold $57,000 worth of stuff. I paid $239,000 for renovations. Wow, that's a lot. Um, we're all in for $632,435. Let's auction her off. Oh wow! Holy cow! Bellow Green is going to offer me 1,098 or sorry, $1,098,800 for a grand profit of $465,965. That's pretty cool. Oh, we'll go ahead and sell it. Let's go ahead and sell it. And Miss Green, enjoy your home. I do think I want to copy this to sandbox mode, just because. All right. And here are the before and afters. I love how this house came out. It is so pretty. See, I left some of the vines. I didn't completely redo them. And because I didn't change the floor plan too much, the before and after pictures are coming out really nice. And that's going to do it for this video, friends. You guys have a wonderful day. We are here back at my office. This is actually another very special build that it's taking me a long time to do because I'm taking my time for one thing, and I'm trying to be very authentic with the decorations and things. So I can the downstairs is done, so I can take you on a tour and see if you can guess whose house I am replicating. Take you on a tour really quick. It's another game that I am currently working on, but I am not playing. I'm not recording it. There's going to be a few clues as to whose house this is. Here in a few minutes. Where's the light switch? Oh, it's right here. I love this kitchen. Like, I would love to have this, even though it's not open, and typically I prefer open floor plans. I absolutely love this home. Like, I would love to have this house. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm trying to go slow so that you can get an idea of whose house this might be. And here is a very good clue right here. There's a couple others. Here is, here's here's the laundry room. This is a laundry room. Here is, this leads to the laundry room, which then leads to the back door. There's some storage under the stairs, and this is the house where I figured out how to make storage underneath stairs, all in story mode, because eventually I may sell this house. But there's another clue as to whose house this is. And again, it's based off another video game that I am currently playing. Here's the bathroom. And then my favorite, other than the kitchen, my favorite part is the living room. I love this living room. And this is almost exactly like the in the game, the house in the game has built-ins exactly like this. I replicated it completely. There's another clue. And here's your final clue as to whose home this is. Tell me in the comments if you can figure it out. I love the window seat. But again, I'm trying to be very authentic, so I'm trying to find the pictures the most accurate pictures and color schemes as possible. Yeah. This is my current home, and then I can take you upstairs. I'll show you a tour upstairs, but it is not finished. So, but yeah, I'm not going to show you that picture because that'll give it away. But yeah, here is the landing. Here is a bedroom that's not finished. None of this is finished. This is going to be a bathroom, obviously. You can tell by the floor. This is the master suite, which I think is freaking cool. I love this master suite. This is the closet. This is the bathroom. And this is like the little foyer, and then of course the main bedroom in here. So that is my current office. Tell me if you figured it out. Whose house is this? And what game is it based on? Oh, I guess I should show you. Here's the outside. Here's the outside. So let me know in the comments. I gotta go. I gotta get ready for work. Y'all have a great day. I will see you back here next time. And I promise I may not be posting for a little while because I'm working on, I want to get through my nutrition class. So I'm going to be focusing on that. So this may be the last video for a while. I'm trying to get it through it quickly, but I also want to actually learn the material. And so you guys have a great day, and I will see you back here next time. Bye!